But while we're on the subject of the Access Hollywood video, I do want to make another observation. I didn't think that was going to get laughs. About all the stories we're reading about sexual harassment and assault in my industry, in journalism. It's been a very cleansing and reckoning time in journalism and in America with these stories. Good but painful times. And it's come at the same time that in my family, we've been having this very empowering time. My daughter, Alice, she's 10, she's in a Girl Scout troop, and she came up with an idea for a patch. It's the Raise Your Hand patch. It's to encourage girls to raise their hand in class, because she noticed that boys were raising their hands all the time, even if they had no idea what they were talking about. And she wrote this patch, and I tweeted something about it, and the New York Times saw my tweet, and they reached out to my daughter, and she wrote an op-ed for the NewYorkTimes.com. And yeah, I could not be prouder of her. We could not be prouder of her. And this is all happening, and I don't know how many of you have young children, but it is amazing. I now realize why I had no idea that the Son of Sam murders were going on when I was 7 years old, because your parents just like keep everything, they run around with a bubble to keep everything out of your ears. And so obviously my kids have no idea about all these sexual harassment and assault stories that are going on. But they've been going on at the same time that Alice has been so empowered, and we're reading these stories about Matt Lauer or Charlie Rose or Mark Halpern or Bill O'Reilly. I could go on, but I know you all want to go home tonight. Men of means and power who not only treated women as prey, but in all too many cases, robbed these women of their dreams. We may never know how many women left journalism because these men treated them that way. And that has been heartbreaking. And watching my daughter and her dreams start to form and reading about other women's dreams destroyed has been incredibly powerful. And I think one of the things that has been most important to remember about these stories of men is that they didn't come out, these stories, last year when sexual harassment and assault stories were big in the news because President Trump had been facing those allegations. They didn't come out then. They came out after the Harvey Weinstein story. And most of these cases, the stories were not broken by the news organizations where the actions were taking place. The New York Times broke the Bill O'Reilly story. Fox did not. CNN broke the Mark Halpern story. NBC and ABC did not. The Washington Post broke the Charlie Rose story. CBS and Bloomberg did not. We can't hold others accountable if we don't hold ourselves accountable. And we've got a lot of work to do. And, you know, let's get to it. It's only the fate of the nation at stake.